Hey, how it's going, guys? You are watching FreakLad Gaming YouTube channel. Hope you are all having an absolutely fantastic day. In today's video I will show you top 5 games for low-end PCs which are less than 2 GB in size. But keep that in mind that all the above 5 games in this list are not ranked. Which means that the number of the game will not define the quality of the game. So now let's get started, but before the intro,
let's roll.
3, 2, 1.
On number 5 spot we have Freedom Fighters. Freedom Fighters is a 2003 third-person shooter video game developed by IO Interactive and published by Electronic Arts. It was released for Microsoft Windows in September 2003. The game is set in an alternate history where the Soviet Union has invaded and occupied New York City. The player takes the role of Christopher Stone, a plumber-turned-resistance movement leader, fighting against the invaders. Freedom Fighters is a third-person shooter, in which the player navigates through the streets of New York with a controllable squad of teammates while fighting the occupying Soviet forces. The player gains charisma points by performing various deeds, such as capturing a bus or destroying enemy supplies. The more charisma gained, the more squad mates the character can recruit, up to a maximum of 12. The player can direct recruits by giving them simple orders such as follow, attack, and defend. So definitely worth a try. On number 4 spot we have Counter-Strike. Condition Zero. Counter-Strike, Condition Zero is a first-person shooter video game developed and published by Valve. Counter-Strike, Condition Zero is a multiplayer first-person shooter video game in which teams of terrorists battle to perpetrate an act of terror, bombing, hostage-taking, assassination, while counter-terrorists try to prevent it, bomb defusal, hostage rescue. Counter-Strike, Condition Zero is an objective-based, multiplayer first-person shooter. Two opposing teams, the terrorists and the counter-terrorists, compete in game modes to complete objectives, such as securing a location to plant or defuse a bomb and rescuing or guarding hostages. At the end of each round, players are rewarded based on their individual performance with in-game currency to spend on more powerful weapons in subsequent rounds. Winning rounds results in more money than losing, and completing objectives such as killing enemy players gives cash bonuses. Uncooperative actions, such as killing teammates, results in a penalty. So definitely worth a try if you love FPS games. On number 3 spot we have Hitman, Contracts. Hitman, Contracts is a 2004 stealth video game developed by IO Interactive and published by ITOS Interactive for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 2 and Xbox. In Hitman, Contracts, players control Agent 47 from a third-person perspective, who is sent to various locations across the globe to assassinate specific targets. A wide array of weapons can be used, from kitchen knives, assault rifles and handguns to belt-fed machine guns. While stealth and subterfuge is encouraged, the game allows the player to take a more violent approach and gunfight their way to their mission goals. As players progress through the game, they can collect the various armaments found in the levels, allowing them to be used in future missions. Aside from the more straightforward ways of killing targets such as gunplay and strangulation, several missions allow the player more subtle ways to eliminate hits, such as judicious use of poison, or arranging accidents like a heat-induced heart attack inside a sauna. Players are rated on their performance based on several factors, key among which are the number of shots fired, non-player characters, NPCs, killed, and whether they were armed adversaries or innocents, and the number of times the guards are alerted. The lowest rank is Mass Murderer, which is awarded to players who kill large numbers of NPCs in the pursuit of their target and do not use stealth. The highest rank is Silent Assassin, which is earned when the player accomplishes their mission without being detected, and generally without killing anyone other than the intended targets. So definitely worth a try. On number 2 spot we have Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise is a 2008 open-world racing video game developed by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and Microsoft Windows. Paradise's gameplay is set in the fictional Paradise City, an open world in which players can compete in several types of races. Players can also compete online, which includes additional game modes, such as cops and robbers. Several free game updates introduced new features such as a time-of-day cycle and motorcycles. The game also features paid downloadable content in the form of new cars and the fictional Big Surf Island. Burnout Paradise is set in an open-world environment. Players have the opportunity to progress at their own pace and level. The game, unlike others, is not actually set to a rigid gameplay framework. So definitely worth a try. On number 1 spot we have Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 is a 2009 action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. The plot is set in a fictional history setting and follows the centuries-old struggle between the assassins, who fight for peace with free will, and the Knights Templars, who desire peace through control. The framing story is set in the 21st century and follows Desmond Miles as he relives the genetic memories of his ancestor Ezio Auditore da Firenze. Players directly control the on-screen character through a third-person perspective. The game takes place in an open-world environment with non-linear gameplay, allowing the player to roam freely within several regions of late 15th century Italy such as Venice, Florence, Monteriggioni, Forlì, San Gimignano, Rome and the Tuscan countryside. The health system has been made more dynamic, with synchronization to the animus and causing the character to recover only from minor injuries. More grievous injuries require visiting a street-side doctor or use of medicine, which can be purchased from doctors or found on bodies. So definitely worth a try if you love open-world games. So that's all for today's video guys. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon and give this video a thumbs up, to show how much you like the video in numbers. And guys, meet you in the next video. Till then, stay home and stay safe, and most importantly take care of yourselves. Bye.